Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to try to do skin flick body shot for my 1 year. I'm on my lunch break at work because my lighting in my house is so dark. I tried to do it on Sunday, which was actually my year anniversary. But it just wasn't working out for me, so I'm trying to accomplish it here. So first I figure I would give you a quick look of what I look like in my clothes, and hopefully I can learn how to stick these videos together so that you can see the whole thing in one shot. So I'll back up. My hand's kind of getting cut off. Now on to part two. Okay, part two. I've never put myself out there as much as I am going to today. So please be kind, but this is me 1 year post-op from RNY surgery. I have lost over 100 pounds. I'm pretty happy with my body, but I'll talk more about all that later when I'm fully clothed. So I will back up and show you, and then we can kind of go through some things. Okay. Okay. First, I'll show you my arms. So they're not bad at all. If I flex a little, I definitely would worry about. There's a tiny bit, but I would never think about doing plastics. I got some definition. Chin. My boobs are so saggy and sad, but they're not horrible. But if I could ever get like a lift, that'd be fantastic. My tummy. So I have this scar right here from an appendix. That's not bad. It's only like and lastly, I'll show you my thighs. So then again, there's a bit of a wiggle, but nothing horrible. Okay, that's all. I know it's probably not the best body shop video, but I wanted to slash skin flick, but I wanted to get you something being it my year out, and I'll talk to you more in a little bit. Okay, bye. Okay, part two. I've never put myself out there as much as I am going to today. So please be kind, but this is me 1 year post-op from RNY surgery. I have lost over 100 pounds. I'm pretty happy with my body, but I'll talk more about all that later when I'm fully clothed. So I'll back up and show you, and then we can kind of go through some things. Okay. Okay. First, I think I'll show you my arms. So they're not bad at all. If I flex a little, I definitely would worry about. I mean, there's a tiny bit, but I would never think about doing plastics. I got some definition. Chin. My boobs are so saggy and sad, but I mean they're not horrible. But if I could ever get like a lift, that'd be fantastic. My tummy. So I have this scar right here from an appendix. It's not bad. It's only like and lastly, I'll show you my thighs. So then again, there's a bit of a wiggle, but nothing horrible. Okay, that's all. I know it's probably not the best body shop video, but I wanted to slash skin flick, but I wanted to get you something being it my year out, and I'll talk to you more in a little bit. Okay, bye. Hi guys, I'm back. This is Mal RNY's journey, aka Molly. This is my 1 year. I have 1 year post-op RNY update. I had my surgery on December 18th, 2016 with Dr. Graber's office down in Utica, New York. Yeah, it's been a year. It is unreal. But anyway, my start weight 273, my surgery weight was 256. I hit goal of a healthy BMI, which is 159 for me at 10 months, week 41. Last week I came in at 158.6. This week came in at 161.2. So it's actually a gain 2.6 pounds for the week. Lost in surgery 94.8. Total loss 111.8. I do the past month, lost in the past month, whopping 0 pounds. And my height is 5'7". So the gain, I don't know. I mean, I definitely haven't been 100% on point, being the holidays and partaking in things that I shouldn't be eating. I also had to come off my pill this month. Hopefully I can go back on the beginning of January. And I think I'm one of those weird people that it like has the reverse effect. A lot of people say that when you come off the pill you lose weight, but I'm like fighting so much harder for just a couple pounds in comparison to what I've ever done before. I'm just so used to, and maybe some of this is also being a year out, but if it is, then it's just changing, But I've always been the type of person where If I did bad, it reflected on the scale like the next day. If I did good, it reflected on the scale the next day. Like my body reacted very quickly to my behaviors, and that just isn't the case right now. Like yesterday, I was completely on point, got my water in, my protein in, got ate pretty well. I mean, at lunchtime, I went to like a working lunch, and so it wasn't exactly what I usually always have, but it wasn't terrible. And I went to the gym and I did 6 miles on the treadmill, like, and again on the scale this morning I lost 0.2 pounds. It made me so mad, but I'm gonna let it go because I only did good for one day, so I can't expect the clouds to part and angels to sing. So I gotta keep trying to put myself in a good headspace instead of beating myself up and like, what's the point, and you did all this and it didn't work, so we might as well eat like crap today and not go to the gym. Forget that. We're gonna keep going. Update on my steps, because I'm trying to do 150 steps for December. So at this point today, because I'm a little late, is December 19th, and I'm at a total of 97.12 miles with 52.88 to go. So I'm really hoping I'm able to accomplish that. Definitely looks like it could be something attainable, as long as I keep my butt moving. Let's see here. So last night when I was thinking about making this video today, and trying to put in the skin flick, which hopefully you saw before or after this video. I'm not quite sure how it's all going to work out because I'm not very technologically savvy when it comes to this stuff. I watched my first few old videos, and one I watched that was right around this time. So I just had my surgery. The week after my surgery last year was Christmas, and so it was talking about like my mom's treats that she makes on a yearly basis, and about how I miss them, and about how I hope that next year I can nibble on them and be okay, and but then also hoping to get dumping syndrome to help control me more, and I just found it very interesting, like in the fact that I went through Thanksgiving and I probably had every single one of my mom's treats plus some, to the point where it was too much and I was beating myself up about having too much of it. Like, and that girl a year ago was like, I just want a nibble, you know. And so self-control is a huge thing at this point, with it being the holiday season, and I've been lacking quite a bit, and I have good days and I have bad days, and I have even good hours and bad hours, like, so it is what it is. And I'm doing this diet bet with Lauren losing, and I'm praying that my body, because a part of me also thinks that I'm going to be getting my period soon if everything works out the way it should, me being off the pill, because sometimes that screws that up. So I think I'm holding on some water weight, and so I'm hoping I can let go some of this water weight, get my period, the scale will move in the right direction, and I'll actually break even from a bet. That's the hope. I'm keeping my fingers crossed. I don't know if it's gonna work like that, but I can try. Yeah, so I found that interesting. The girl a year ago just wishing that she could have a few bites of the treats, and the girl this year who beats herself and kicks herself for having too many bites of the treats. Also, I watched the one for the week after, which was New Year's, and I talked about some 2016 goals, and one of them was to be below my pregnancy weight. One was to be around the weight I was when I started dating my husband, and one was, which was only like 200 pounds, and out of weight goals, those were the only two that I set for myself. So I bypassed that by like 40 pounds. Like I guess I didn't mentally see myself here by the end of 2016, and so I overexceeded what I thought was possible. So that's kind of awesome. And then the other one was to be more active in my life, like doing more stuff with my kids and being more social and being more physically active. And like last night, you know, I sat on the floor and put a puzzle together with my daughter, and I wasn't uncomfortable and like shifting around and not wanting to be down there with her. Or yesterday I ran 6 miles to the gym before I came home, and I still came home and cleaned. Did puzzle time with my daughter. We did coloring together. We hung, you know, like, and then us on weekends, like, we find things to do, to like Santa Claus coming to the school and just like putting myself out there and going to those places, or vacations we went on. I know in the video I talked about kayaking, which we got a kayak and we did that over the summer, and I really enjoyed it. And so I did that. Molly, a year ago, Molly, you accomplished all the things that you set for yourself a year ago, and then some. You are doing it, and as much as this Molly beats herself up a lot, you did it. I am a success story, and sometimes I think I forget that. And I was watching someone's YouTube video today, and I forget her name, and I know she's like not from the States, but she talked about like, if the scale goes up a pound or two, it's not the end of the world. And I mean, she definitely laid it out a lot different than that, but it just helped me remember that if my scale goes up 2.6 pounds like it did this week, it didn't go up 100 and some odd pounds. Like, I can still do this. I still have control over this. And throughout all of our journeys, when we seen that scale go up, 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 it just brought anxiety and affected our self-esteem and our self-confidence. And so I feel like when I see it just moving up a little bit, I'm like, oh, no, and I'm beating myself up. But it's not the end of the world. And I still have the tool, and I still have the motivation. I can do this. I can maintain, and I can stay around this area. And I'm very happy around the 160s. I go a couple pounds below and a couple pounds above, like, and I'm pretty happy. I would definitely love to just hang out in the 150s, and hopefully I can get myself there, but I'm happy where I'm at. So I figured for my 1 year's essay, surgiversary, whatever you want to call it, I can talk about some of the things that I do miss and don't miss about being obese. So, things I miss. My boobs. My poor boobs. Not that they're horrible looking, but they're so sad. I'm used to having bigger boobs, you know. But my husband's not complaining. So, it is what it is. Being warm. Hence, sweater, shirt, tank top. I'm so cold all the time. I keep this sweater in my office because I freeze. And I have a space heater underneath my desk because I freeze. Plus on top of it, you know, I live in northern New York, so our weather has been, this week alone, well, in like a week's time, we've been down to like -20. And today I think our high is like 25, so it's just cold and it's just freezing. My old skin, like, I feel like, you know, your skin's just so much fuller when you have that fat underneath it, and so you don't see as many wrinkles, you don't see the sagginess as much. You know, when I do this too quick, sometimes if I'm doing something, I can hear my skin flap on the side. The first time that happened, I was like, oh my god, I was folding laundry. I was like, oh, seriously, did that just happen? Eating a variety in one setting. Like, I feel like I can't sit down and, like, not per se like a buffet, but, or even like a big family dinner. I can't have a little this, because I'm not going to make it all the way around my plate, you know, and so I almost missed that. My hair and my nails, like, I used to have long nails, natural nails. Like, I'm not into fake nails. Last time I had fake nails when I got married back in 2009. And when I was doing some of the before and after pictures, which is on my Instagram, some of the pictures I saw, like my hair used to just be a lot more thicker looking. Then again, I don't feel like it's terrible, but I could definitely tell there's a definite difference. So I definitely do miss that. And guilt-free lazy days. Sometimes I just like to have a day where I do nothing and not leave the house and do nothing. But then I start feeling like, oh, I could have gone to the gym, or I could have food prepped, or I could have this, or that, or done this, or that. Yeah. But in the past, I would have guilt-free lazy days most days. Yeah, that wasn't working for me. Things I don't miss: lack of energy. Like I was talking about earlier, case in point, worked all day, went to the gym, worked out on the treadmill for an hour, ran 6 miles, came home, cleaned the house, played with my kids, cooked dinner. Like, I felt good. Like, I didn't feel like, oh my god, I need a break. Like, I felt good. So, clothes. I don't miss trying to shop for big sizes. One, I am cheap, and I like to thrift shop, and the section of thrift clothes and the bigger sizes were limited, where now I have more options, which is nice. Isolation. I used to just shut myself in. I don't miss that. I like being a part of my family, a part of my kids' lives, a part of my own life. Another thing that I don't miss is before, I always liked working out. I've always liked getting my sweat on and feeling good about it. But that bigger person, what I was capable was much less. And it got to the point where I was pushing myself, and I ended up stress fracturing my foot, because I think I was running and I was putting too much on it. So I'm glad that that's not a case anymore. Probably one of my biggest fears is getting an injury and not being able to work out, because that's a huge part of my success. I don't miss avoiding pictures. Like, I like to take pictures with my kids. I want those memories. I want the photo books like my mom has. And unfortunately, like her, she was always behind the camera. But I want to be able to look through that stuff and reminisce about old times and see that I was an actual part of it. When I was in high school, I dislocated my knee. So when I was bigger, I think like the stress on the joints, it would definitely cause me aching pains, especially if I sat like with it bent for long periods of time, like long car rides and things like that. And it dawned on me like maybe 6 months ago or so, like, it doesn't cause me any pain anymore, not even a little. Like, and that's awesome, fantastic. So I mean, that's just the tip of the iceberg of the list of the things that I don't miss and what I do miss. Especially what I don't miss. Like, yeah, there's definitely some comfort in some of those old behaviors for me over a year ago, but I'm finding a new comfort in my new lifestyle, and a new liking and a new love for myself. It's amazing, and I would not change a thing. Wouldn't change a thing. So that's that. 1 year anniversary. I made it. I hit goal. I mean, I'm still like hanging out there, but I hit goal of a healthy BMI. Like, I worked my tuckish off to do it. And in many ways, I feel like my journey is just beginning with learning how to maintain, and just a different mindset that you kind of fall into. So, but I thank you guys. You guys are fantastic, and I love the support that you gave me. And when I was watching my old videos, I was already shouting out Jody at like week 2, you know, like, you have been there through my whole journey. Caitlin has been there through my whole journey. SJ has been there through my whole journey. Like, all of us were kind of around the same time. Caitlin's further out, but like, you guys were my rock through this, even though I know that we may not be too close and we've never met in person, but you are a huge support and I love you all. And also everybody else in this community who are fantastic. It's a wonderful community. It's a great place to find support, and I definitely needed it through this time, and you guys gave it to me, and I couldn't be more grateful because you guys are the reason I made it this far. Okay, I love you. This video is already so long. I love you. Talk to you later. Bye.